Today we're making kimchi, and friends, this could not get any simpler because we're going to be using radishes instead of cabbage. So the process is faster, it's much more enjoyable, and the most important part, it is incredibly delicious. So I'm going to walk you through the really simple ingredients that we're going to use. You are going to need a jar of some kind, so I have various different size mason jars. Along with the mason jar, I have these lids and that are specific for fermenting, because you don't want to seal this. If it's completely sealed, we need oxygen to be able to get around in there. So these lids go on, and they just makes it really simple to do that. And then these little weights, and I'm going to show what we need these for in a second. But first, let's run through what we're going to need. Here are all of the ingredients we'll be using today. A complete list will be in the description box below. I'm going to be using my food processor for this recipe because we're going to be making a paste that's going to go on the radish. And where are my carrots? I almost forgot. I said we're making kimchi out of radish, but we're also going to use carrots. One of my absolute favorite things is fermented, like a pickled carrots. I got these at the farmer's market yesterday. They look amazing. So, and to keep the math simple, we're going to need 2 radishes, and look at the size of these beauties. I have a recipe card coming up at the end of the video. You definitely want to stay to the end to get that, because you can take a screenshot. All of the measurements are on there, including I weighed these so that you would know. 2 pears. I couldn't find 2 of the same that looked great. I actually wanted to use an Asian pear, but they didn't have any. We're going to use a red onion. I love the flavor of red onion, and we don't really need the whole thing, so just about this size right here, and I will weigh it out for you. Just a few garlic cloves, and we are going to use some ginger. And one of my absolute favorite spices, gochugaru. It's like a Korean, red pepper flakes, and it is amazingly flavorful. We're gonna need some salt, some sugar, and naturally, if we're making kimchi, we're gonna need some fish sauce. So this is a gluten-free fish sauce, which is really important for me. And let's make this, shall we? So what we're gonna do is to really chop the things into the size pieces that you actually want to eat. They need to be the size, because they're not going to really change shape, okay? I did not peel these carrots because the outside of the carrots actually contains a prebiotic fiber that is really healthy for our gut bugs. Of course, I washed them really well. Another tip, I don't always do this, but I do highly recommend it, is just to have a scraps bowl. Just makes it simple. So I'm gonna have a scraps bowl, and I'm also gonna have a bowl. We're gonna need one to put all of our kimchi in. Okay, so I've got my scraps bowl, and I've got that. Okay, so make these whatever size you want. So I'm doing it about this size. But you can make them whatever size you want. You could also make ribbons out of it instead if you want to do that, like carrot ribbons. That's actually something I really like doing, but I'm not going to do that for this recipe. Very good these carrots are. Throw them on the bowl. Now for the radishes, let's start with this big one. I am going to peel some of it. I got these at the farmer's market. Wow, look at how beautiful that is. This is like my favorite type of radish. But I do want to peel some of it, just some of the imperfections. You don't need to do all of it, okay? Because again, the outside has, it's very beneficial for the microbes in our body. Boy, that is just beautiful. But this does look, it's not dirty. It looks dirty, but it's not. If you've never tried radish kimchi, my friends, you definitely need to. I got the idea for this recipe from formerly known as Pro Home Cooks, but Mike, I will link up his YouTube video that I was inspired by down in the description box if you would like to check that out. I highly recommend you go over and follow him. Okay, so look at this beauty. So just like with the carrot, we need to cut this into the size that we want. So I'm thinking about almost like little cubes is what I want to do. Now I'm gonna do the same with these pears. I'm gonna peel them. Now with these pears and the onion and garlic, this is not going in this bowl because this is going to be for the paste. So this is all we need. This is our kimchi. This is going to be, oops, our kimchi. So it's mostly radish. Actually, I want to put another carrot in here if Tom would be so wonderful as to grab one. So we're going to do 3 carrots because I love carrots. I do have a problem with sizing things appropriately, so likely this is not going to fit in my mason jars. It's going to be too much, but I will come up with plan B when that happens. An extra carrot. I love how incredibly vibrant this kimchi is already looking, so we're going to set that aside and we're going to get our ingredients prepped that are going to go inside of the food processor, starting with peeling the pears and then chopping them up. The pear not only provides sweetness, but it's also instrumental in order for the fermentation process. The pears is going to help to feed them because you need to have sugar in there, and this is going to enable us to use much less sugar because we're using fruit. But we're not using very much sugar anyway, and the sugar that we're using is in order for this to ferment. So then the bacteria eats that sugar. So I'm not really concerned with the amount of sugar that we're putting inside of this. It's not the same as adding a whole bunch of sugar, if that makes sense. We're gonna do the same thing with this onion. Just simply making it into manageable size. Uno más. I'm just using a little piece of ginger, just about like the size of my thumb, okay? Whew, my eyes are watering. All of our ingredients for the food processor, let's go over there. Okay, so to this, we're gonna add in the onion, the garlic and the ginger. We're gonna add in those pears. Now we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of sugar. We're gonna do about 1 tablespoon of this coarse salt. We're gonna do 4 tablespoons of the gochugaru and the same amount of the fish sauce. Pulse it. I am gonna scrape down the sides. Oh, wow. I wanna smell it, but I know that that's the wrong thing to do because it's the onion, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh my goodness. Wow. That smells incredible. Okay, finito. So you can see the texture, right? The thickness. Oh my goodness, this absolutely smells incredible. You definitely want to make this. Okay, let's grab our bowl. Oh, friends, 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 friends. This is going to be incredible. That's what we want. You see this texture? That's what we want. And literally, we are just, this is a crazy amount, but trust me, it's gonna be so good. Now you just need to really mix everything together. So what I'm going to do is use my hands because it's just better. Get that mixture. My hands are obviously very clean. Oh, that smells amazing. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is fill up our mason jars. So if you have a one of these, it's very handy. Grab your clean mason jar, put this on this side because I'm right-handed. And now we're simply going to fill up these jars. I am really glad we added another carrot. Now you notice I didn't add any water. Okay, you want to pack these jars, you want to stuff them. Okay. Now remember when I mentioned these earlier, we really need something to weigh it down. These are actually for this purpose. And you're going to just put it in there and push down. Okay? Well, that's telling me I can stuff it more. Okay, that looks good. Next. Boy, oh boy, this is going to be incredible. Another reason to make this yourself is because this stuff is so expensive. And you can control what goes in it. So I love that. Okay, I might have overstuffed this one. Okay, let's put a little bit more in this jar. Wowzer. This does not usually happen, friends. For me to make the, get this out of here. For me to make the absolute perfect amount, something's new in the air. We're gonna put these on. So these are the lids. This comes off. This is gonna allow for air, and it just fits right on top of the jar. So you're literally going to just like that. And if you notice, there's not very much liquid. It looks like there's not very much liquid, but we're gonna just leave this out for like a few hours, and we're gonna see a difference with this because you have to pay attention to this too. That's the other thing. Just like with the other. If I can find the groove, go backwards and then forwards, except it's not working for me. Okay, perfect. This is allowing it so that even though it's on, I tightened it, there's still air. In the last jar, let's push that down. This one is really stuffed. Oh, how did that happen? Friends, this one broke. Okay. Good thing I've got another one. Okay. So, oh, you know why? It's too full, friends. It's too full. That's what I did. Okay. I knew I stuffed it too much. So a layer's coming out. Okay. Let's see. Oh. You learn something new every day, friends. Every day. At least I do. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the kimchi and we are going to, I'm just gonna put mine in there because we want it to go in the dark. So we're literally just gonna take these, how beautiful is that? We're gonna check back on these in just a few hours and see how much extra water is in there and just put them in the dark. Okay, it's been a few hours. Let's see what it looks like. Ooh. Now look at that. Do you see how much liquid is in there? The liquid is clear all the way to the top. We added no water, my friends, and look at that. Oh, that is gonna be amazing. Look see the bubbles in there? Fermentation has already started. Let's see. Liquid's all the way up to the top one in this too. And, oh, look at that. Look at that, my friends. Now we literally are just gonna leave this in here. We're gonna check it like every day and just see how it's doing. We don't wanna stir this. We don't wanna do anything. As long as it's completely submerged, we're good. So it is the next day and let's see what our awesome kimchi is looking like. Look at this. Do you see those bubbles in there? That, my friends, is fermentation at its finest. Oh wow, this looks so incredible. We are good. Everything is under the liquid. Everything is under the liquid. So now we wait. So it has been 7 full days and I am so excited to show you the amazing radish kimchi that we've made. Look at this beauty. Look at those bubbles. When you see this, you know that you have a perfectly fermented radish kimchi. Oh, I can't wait to try it. All of them have done super well. Now I will say this one, it's fine, but next time I'm not gonna stuff it. I'm not gonna stuff it. Ugh, in hindsight, I should have put beets in this. That would have been amazing. Oh, it just looks so incredibly delicious. Okay, let's try it. Always remember to wash your hands before you stick your hand in the jar. Oh my goodness, it smells like so amazing. Look at this. The carrots, I can see the carrots right there. This is the radish. Let's see. So I've got a radish and a carrot. Let's try it. Let's try it. Friends, this is so freaking good, and it's only going to be better when it's cold, when it's put in the fridge. So now I'm just going to put regular tops on them, put them in the fridge, and enjoy it for months to come, but it's probably not going to even last a couple of weeks, not in this household. Hope you enjoyed spending time with me today. I will see you very soon. Bye, friends.